So we build units like this one for the behavioral health industry. And particularly this unit that I'm going to walk you guys through is used for mobile therapy and mobile mental crisis scenarios. And so what I have someone being counseled back here who might be in a level of crisis, needing help. And I also have a counselor with Kelly and Haley helping walk us through this. And so this unit is very particularly set up for very key different attributes to case studies and other units that we've done specifically for this industry. And so if we work from the back of the van forward, we have double doors behind us that go out the back, and what you cannot see in the picture frame is the slider door off to the side. So this unit has 2 exit points to the vehicle. Now, a lot of this comes down to safety of the individual being counseled or might be in a level of mental crisis, needing assistance, helping remove them from a scenario. And we also have the counselor who is also in the level of trying to assist, but also the safety for that individual is also top priority. And so working through this unit, a lot of things are set up in here to help make this interaction most successful, working out of a van and not a brick and mortar. And so Haley is our person being counseled. If you notice, these chairs allow us to be able to be swiveled and be able to face one another. This gives that attention to be able to be somewhat close, but also distance from one another in case that separation is needed. We also locate this here. This is basically, so we have drawers. This is set up here really as an obstacle. It is a break point that allows to where there's not just an awkward gap. You can put a drink there, you can set things there, but it's also a break point to separate the 2 individuals that are in here. Now, Kelly, our counselor, is sitting also with a pivot top. So this pivot top can actually move, and so she can pull it to herself, she can work off of it, keeping her eyes on the individual at all times, the person that she's counseling. But also it allows her to be able to push it in the area in case there's a need for her to exit the vehicle. It gives her a minute to get to the slider door for safety. And it also just gives, again, kind of that feeling of break, because if this person is in here being counseled, it means that there's something going on. And so that's what the mood lighting is for. We can dim these lights. A lot of times our customers add the other sensories. They're gonna add sound, they're gonna add smell, they're gonna try to make this very calming. Now, this is a demo setup, so you do not have this screen in our setups typically, because obviously it's a lot of screen. And so, but whenever you think through this build, we're thinking about other options and other things that this unit needs to be able to do. And so whenever the individual is being counseled, there might need that level of telehealth. So they might need to get personal with their health, feel one-on-one. And so we've set this unit up to really give that kind of feeling of separation, to talk personally to a doctor. So if you would spin. So she basically easily spins over to go through. This is a screen set up here to be able to have microphone, speaker, everything to allow telehealth to easily be put through this screen to be able to work one-on-one with the individual. Now, the reason for this is because it's further at the back of the unit. Again, safety is top priority. But as we step forward of this screen, it allows there to be a level of a break. So now Haley is sitting here and she is now one-on-one and feeling close with somebody. Now you might think this screen is big. It's big for a reason. It's big because the bigger it is, the more that person is going to feel one-on-one life size. If this is a small screen, you don't feel that person and you don't feel that kind of interaction. And so, working through this, it allows that kind of that personal, bring it down a notch kind of feeling. And so, but what's really nice is as she is sitting here talking with whomever she's talking to, she's having that personal interaction. But the counselor, being Kelly, is actually still able to keep her eyes on what's going on. She can watch body language, she can see what's happening. If she's seeing that this is going in a different direction and she needs to stop what's happening, she absolutely can. But it allows her to remove herself from this personal interaction, but also still be a part of it for observation. And so now the nice part is while she's working here, The counselor is also going to have that need of that privacy. So she's going to have things on her screen and her needs that you do not want the other individual to see. And that's what this screen on this other side is for. And so she is able to pull this screen over. Now her line of sight is still never off. So her back is never away from the person that she's counseling, which is very key for the safety of basically everybody in here. And so, having the screen here, it gives her a secondary screen to have anything private, anything that she needs to be working on while this is taking place, because this process could be very long. So it gives her the ability of continuing her work in a very comfortable manner, but also the ability of, continually keeping eyes on, as I mentioned. And so this screen can stow right back away, and the HDMI will hook up over on this side, comes out. We just didn't have that to really show on this. But it gives, this whole setup is very intricate to safety, the ability of having the person who's needing to be counseled feeling very comfortable, and also in those scenarios feel very personal with possibly a screen. Now the last aspect to it is you saw Haley swivel her seat to be able to look at the screen. Also, Kelly is able to swivel and be able to spin her chair and be able to go out the slider door if needed. And so there's a lot of versatility in the seating. It's very specific to why we chose where we put them. Also, something that's out of frame, but we can flash up a photo, is in front of Kelly in this seat, we can also do bench style seating for additional seat belts. So both of these chairs are set up FMVSS, so they are able to transport people if necessary, because they can both spin and lock and forward straight. And so we also divide the cab, which we'll put a picture up of, that allows that ability of separation for the safety of the people up front in the need that they do need to transport. And so a couple other small things is you see above open storage. Typically in these style units, we did this more for demo to show what's capable of fitting, but we do doors that are locking, so you can lock these. You can keep iPads, personal goods, the person's goods of the person being counseled. The counselor's goods can be stayed up there, personal items, to where there's safety kind of all over the place of being able to protect and keep things kind of out of, I guess in a lot of ways, harm's way. And so this unit again is really for all cases of behavioral health. We set them up with bean bags, we set them up for other things for children. We try to make this environment as comfortable as possible, but we also want to do the best job that we can to provide this individual the ability of being one-on-one, out in the field, in their driveway, in an environment that feels good to them. And so this is taking you through one of these units that we provide to the behavioral health industry.